Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. I'm your host, Ryan, and as always, it's bloody good to have you guys here in the audience today. Now, hot take, until Jagex allows us to have multiple memberships under one payment plan, I would not be voting yes to Bronzeman mode at all. This is another game mode that they're trying to bring to the game, which I think is a bit too late to bring this sort of game mode. It's like 5 years too late to the game. That's another $15 US a month people are going to be paying just to play on that, because you cannot have multiple accounts like under one membership banner, unfortunately. So until Jagex allows that, I'm voting no to Bronzeman mode, on top of the fact that personally I think Bronzeman mode is not only a terrible name for a game mode, it is not, it's not creative at all. Sounds like shit. Middleman mode would have been way better, because that's exactly what it is. It's Booger Helm 2 or Poo Helm. It's also just a shit-ass game mode that I think Hardcore Main would have been a far more valuable use of our time. Hardcore Main is a concept that I've kind of talked about a lot. Separate service, separate economy, like the whole shebang. It's available, me yapping about that in a video on the King Condor Clips channel, which Hygo runs, so make sure you go check that out when you get the chance. My name is Ryan, ladies and gentlemen. I have one question for you to answer in the comment section down below today before we dive into this week's update, and that is with these summer sweep up changes. What is your favorite change? My personal one is the Cox changes, the Cox rewards. I haven't even read the blog yet. I'll be honest with you, the blog isn't out for another 20 minutes, but I know what the blog's going to be because I've got some fucking inside intel. I think the Cox changes are the best changes for me. I can finally get back into that raid. I feel like it's worth my time. Right-click examine is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you apply it in the Discord, submit a ticket, and we have a new, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's something special coming with Right-click examine very soon that you guys are really gonna love. My name is Ryan. You're watching Rune News. Let's dive into the old school RuneScape update this week for Rune News. Hit the like and subscribe button down below. Come to the live stream and call me a dickhead, and I'll throw 3 inches on the end of your cock for free. Vote no to Bronzeman mode until you get more value out of your membership. Let's look at the old school RuneScape update for Rune News. My name is Ryan. You're watching Rune News. This is Rune News, and you're watching Rune News. The title for this week's old school RuneScape update is Summer Sweep Up, Agility and Chambers of Xeric Changes. This is not the final Summer Sweep Up changes. To the best of my knowledge, I believe there are more changes coming, but I want you to keep one thing in mind when we go through today's update and over the next 7 days of playing RuneScape, and that is to abuse early and abuse often. So starting off, we're going to be voting no to Bronzeman mode, and then we're going to scroll down here and we're going to check out the second batch. So the agility course is basically the Hellas Polka. You can now enter each level 5 levels early, and you can now pie boost to enter those levels too, which is pretty big. You just need 84 thieving or 92 agility to be able to open up the grand coffin at the end. The Colossal Worm course, which is on the south end of the savannah on Valamor, that course is now slower, but you get more XP as well, so it's pretty much the same XP rate, it's just more AFK, so less intensive, more AFK agility training down there. And we've got a bunch of new shortcuts. There's a Drain of Mana Fence shortcut, a Champion's Good Stepping Stones, which is right there to River Lum where the cows are. There's a Giant's Plateau Stepping Stone. The Pipe in Edgefield Dungeon, there's a new one. I love this. Watch this shit. When he goes through, the wall actually moves up a little bit. I love how they put that in the update blog. The animation, click it, and then you can just see it a little bit. Ready? Fucking... the wall goes up. Good. Awesome. And then we got the Arceus Essence Mine Scramble and Arceus Library top level rail jumping. New agility shortcuts. River Elid, wherever that is. Stepping stones. Muscly Harness stepping stones. Scramble west of Polvanich. A bunch of new stepping stones and shortcuts everywhere. But you can now do crossbow. What are they called? The grappling shortcuts without a crossbow or a grapple. You can just swim across, provided you have the increased agility level. Does not count in God Wars Dungeon. So you would need, obviously, if you need 53 grapple for the highest one here, if you have 78 agility, you don't need to use the grapple or the crossbow. You can just swim across the lake. So just bear in mind, it is like another 20 levels of agility, but if you have it, you don't need a grapple or any equipment anymore, which is kind of dope. Does not work in God Wars Dungeons. Our crossbow works now for a crossbow alternative, though. Now, we've got some misc improvements here, which is like the Night Waves training ground. You no longer resets when you leave the room. The Deadeye Prayer and Mystic Vigor is now matching Chivalry's... oh, no, Chivalry's matching their drain rate. My apologies. Really, there's unfortunately nothing in here about the lantern for runecrafting working outside of Guardians of the Rift yet, which kind of sucks, which is what I was hoping for. But then I realized yesterday I fucking sold my lantern for the rest of my runecrafting outfit for some idiot reason, probably a diary. So Plenty of time for me to go back to Gardens Rift and get the lantern before they made that change, which is huge. Now let's look at the Chambers of Zerek loot changes. Here is a table of everything. Now, if you're too shit to do Chambers of Zerek, I suggest signing up for Right Click Examine and I'll show you how it's done for free. Now, what this is basically telling us is, as of today, Ancestral will be slightly more common. Rolling a purple is the same. You don't roll purples anymore or any less. You're still shit, you're still not getting purples. But if you do get a purple, provided you roll a purple, Ancestral, any piece, is now slightly more common, and the prayer scrolls are significantly less common. It's about a 20% decrease in, I guess, commonality on how common the prayer scrolls are. And if you do a CM, those prayer scrolls are even less common, down to about 26% decrease, which increases the likelihood of you getting any other drop on the drop table, including, obviously, going even further with the Ancestral, which is kind of nice. That's basically what we're seeing here. So Ancestral, let's say it's a challenge mode. If it's not challenge mode, it's slightly less of a buff here, but if it's a challenge mode, Ancestral is 64% more likely to show up as a purple, and the prayer scrolls are 26% less likely. Everything else, the bulwark, the claws, the crossbow, the mega res, the buckler, all 23% more likely to show up as a purple. Whereas if it's a normal cox, Ancestral is 53%, while prayer scrolls are 20% less common, and everything else is 15% more likely to show up as a purple, which is fucking massive. Words Craig changes. They put medium clue scrolls on the Mad Angel. Everything else is pretty fucking useless to be reading out, which is fine. They've released drop tables, or at least drop rates. So, dickhead. Remember, the news presenter for fucking 5 years still can't stand in front of the update. So the Mad Angel drop table is here now. We already know this. Jeweler's Chisel is 1 in 300. If you haven't got it yet, sit the fuck down. I don't either, but I've only done 25 or 50. Other changes filled with dog shit. Maggot King is now a Grandmaster tier speedrun instead of normal Master tier, which is fine. They've obviously posted a bunch of bullshit here about their bot bannings. Righto. Why is the economy in shambles then? Oh, but bots don't affect the economy. Oh, well, the economy's going down and the bots going down too. Oh, everyone's a fucking idiot. Who knows? All I know is that RuneScape 3 Leagues is on, which is shit and gay, and LMS is back on Oswald, so Daddy's getting racist on stream. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you start to right-click examine and check out the latest episode. My name's Ryan. You're watching Rune News. This is Rune News. Check out what we've got in store for you in the Grand Exchange update. If you want to be filthy fucking rich in just a moment, right here on Rune News. My name is Ryan. You're watching Rune News. This is Rune News. My name is Rune News, and you're watching Rune News. RuneScape 3 has their second league underway right now. A lot of people, content creators, everyone's gone over to RuneScape 3 and they're playing the second league. And it's the most active the game's been in a while. Still nowhere near old school RuneScape, of course. But I just have one thing to say to those enjoying RuneScape 3 and their new league right now. Gay! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Grand Exchange segment for Rune News. My name is Wade Green. Check out the fucking hat and remember to vote no to the Bronzeman mode until Jagex allows us to have multiple memberships under one banner rather than another account for another $15 a month. So the Dexterous prayer scroll here is now on the biggest rise, which is because of the Cox changes and us all voting no to the Bronzeman mode update poll that's going to come very soon. So on top of voting no to Bronzeman mode because it's dog shit garbage ass name anyway, Middleman would have been a much better name and the Hardcore main would have been even better. The Dexterous prayer scroll being the biggest rise makes perfect sense when we're voting no to Bronzeman mode. Because of the cogs changes and the drop changes that are coming, which we know about the update blog from today, Bronzeman mode is to be voted no to immediately when it is available to poll to vote no. And now the biggest loss of the week is the Black Marks hitting rock bottom here because of the latest Slayer changes with Mortimer coming into the game with Wormscrag being an excellent addition and people obviously farming their imbued hearts. Cave Horrors being one of the most exciting and exhilarating tasks to go for the imbued heart now with that boosted superior chance. And of course, voting no to Bronzeman mode will obviously help us make a lot of money in game too, because voting no to Bronzeman mode is what you do if you've got a fucking brain. And now the twisted bing bong billium chillium is dipping fucking hard. The economy is in shambles at the moment, mostly because of the Bronzeman mode announcement. So voting no to Bronzeman mode will bring the value of all your items back up. Of course, everyone will make a lot more money in this game once we vote no to Bronzeman mode. As a reminder that not only is it a fucking shit game mode that no one wants to play and is easily exploitable. Basically, voting no to Bronzeman mode just shows you've got big balls and a big dick. And now, of course, these sawmill vouchers are hitting rock bottom at the moment. The bot farms are in full swing. I believe Mog North said that bots are pretty much taking the massive L at the moment, and he is wrong. Because of the announcement of Bronzeman mode, we all need to come together now and vote no to Bronzeman mode because it is a dog shit game. Sorry, I can't keep it up any longer. It is a shit game mode. Do what you want with the Bronzeman mode. I personally voted no. Fuck that shit. Garbage ass game. But summer vouchers, if you don't buy them, you're just going to be broke as fuck in the next 12 to 24 months. So make sure you invest in summer vouchers today and become a rich cunt tomorrow. Vote no to Bronzeman mode. Have a good night. Now, our first Ironman moment for the week goes to Mr. Olimar, 89. He's not an Ironman, but he got his achievement diary cape and his friends came to celebrate. Congratulations, nice work, great cape. Our second Ironman moment goes to an actual Ironman, this time named Soupy Stool. Check out that name. Fucking disgusting. That's actually that's a putrid name. But he got a Tanzanite fang from Zoro and felt like he had to share it with everyone. So, yeah, well done, mate. Congratulations. And finally, our last Ironman moment for the week is a twisted bing bong billium chillium going to an Ironman named P.O Burger, who didn't even MVP in the raid, by the way. It's a duo. He got fucking carried and he got a T-Bow. Just shows once again that all you have to do to get good items in this game is to be absolutely fucking dog shit at the game. So congratulations to P.O Burger for the twisted bing bong billium chillium. My name is Ryan. Vote no to Bronzeman mode when that poll comes out. There'd be a fucking meme. It'd be the first non-PvP but also PvP update that fails. My name is Ryan. You're watching Rune News. Check out Right Click Examine, and I'll see you guys in the live streams. I'll be doing a variety live stream tonight, so make sure you come check that out. We're playing some Shift at Midnight crap. I don't know what it is. Looks fucking memes. Gonna shit my pants. See you guys there. Have a good night. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy.